guest from China. And Phil wanted to make sure we show you a warm Chicago, better than San Francisco. I think we did it today. And so it has been my pleasure to serve as a board member at the World Business Chicago, where I, had a firsthand witness the hard working that's been done to position our city as a global leader in innovation, investment, inclusive growth, and everything. So today, I think here we're celebrating the 40 years anniversary of Chicago's sister city relationship with Shanghai. So as you know, Confucius has a famous saying that at the age of 40, you should have no confusion. 40而不惑. And however, in the reality today, I think between U.S. and China, there are a lot of confusions, which is not very helpful to our business and not helpful to our community. However, the good news is that the people-to-people dialogue and the business-to-business communication is still tying us together and moving us forward. So just as Phil was talking about, in the last 2 years, World Business Chicago and the CGCC Chicago, we joined together, organized business leaders from the Midwest visit China. And each year we visit Shanghai, and each time the delegation is deeply impressed about the wonderful achievement Shanghai has accomplished. So congratulations to the city. And the more exciting for us is that we do see so many opportunities that could bring benefit to our community here as well as to Shanghai. So, just as an evidence, the investment from China to the United States, especially to Chicago, is still growing. And speaking of ability to speak in the Shanghai dialect is still a fashion in our local community here, although I'm terrible with that, but it's still a very good fashion. If you go anywhere in Chicago, in the Chinese American community, if you can speak in the Shanghai dialect, you will have a friend right away. And so we moved here in 1994. So through the 3 decades, from I really appreciate Phil's introduction, from a small home office to I would say we're a big landlord here today in the city of Chicago, and with many operations in more than 23 states in the United States. So we observe what Chicago was, what Chicago is. Just like any other major city in this world, Chicago is no different. Chicago has its own challenge. However, the resilience in our community, as well as those opportunities in Chicago, clearly demonstrate Chicago's tomorrow will be better than today. And just as Phil talked about, from quantum to life science, Chicago is getting younger. Chicago is getting re-energized, and Chicago will be the city for tomorrow. So we're very proud to make Chicago as our home. And I just hope we're going to have more Shanghainese coming here so they can teach me about, or improve my language. So anyway, it is my honor now to introduce a distinguished guest, Honorable Consul General Wang Baodong of the Consulate General of People's Republic of China in Chicago. Ambassador Wang just arrived about 10 months ago, but he already made a vital impact in the communication between U.S. and China. And so his presence here reflects the depth and the strength of the relationship between our two countries and our two cities. So please join me in welcome Ambassador Wang to give a few words. Thank you.